Kicking off the main card, Jay Herbert and Ilia Topuria. Now, the thing with Jai, 0-2 to start his UFC career, but taking on guys like Francisco Trinaldo and Renato Moicano. What? Kudos to him. He goes 5 rounds pretty much with both of them, gets crazy good experience under his belt, and goes and knocks out Worthy in the first round. We were all over that one. And now he gets Ilia Topuria, a guy we've been talking about entering the ranking ranges and potential dark horse title contender in a couple of years. It's a crazy matchup. And, Paddy already made a comment after their little scuffle with Ilia that, he has no reason to fight him because Jay's going to finish him. So with Jai, I think that the length here is a big deal. I think that his ability to just keep Topuria at bay is going to be his number one ticket to victory. You think about a guy like Topuria, and he's going to have to do MMA Tyson things, right? Get in close, attack the body, look for your takedowns. There's no reason for you to stand at range with a guy who's going to be longer and has good power. And the one thing about Jai is you see that it gives him so much confidence when he starts to really put on the pressure. I think that in fights with, Moicano and Trinaldo, it was just bad decision making towards the end. He almost finished Trinaldo as well, and that one just fell away from him, right? So you have to kind of think about in those areas, can he, in those same fights, and now taking on a guy like Ilia Topuria, depending on where you see Topuria versus guys like Moicano, Worthy, and Francisco Trinaldo, I think a lot of people are going to be all over Topuria in this fight, but the more you look into it, you're like, Jai can really strike at range, and he's got clean power. And so, when you think about the skills that Topuria has brought to the UFC from the get-go, it's that Georgian-style wrestling, and then couple it with very good tight boxing. His combos to the body are probably the best we've seen from him, and that's where, for me, it just seems like his entire style is based around not fighting at range the way Jai would want this fight. And I'm going to be honest, Topuria is probably willing to walk through those punches to get to that distance that he wants. So it really comes down to how effective can Jai hit him in those exchanges, and how accurate can he be. Because if he clips him hard and he drops him, I think Jai's going to be able to finish him. I think that his punches are quick. I think that the power's there. And so if it's one of those ones where he clips him a couple times and drops him, his ability to jump on there and finish him, he's going to be able to do it. But I see this fight going very similar to the Moicano fight. And the only reason I say that is because I think that Topuria is going to be able to get inside, do a lot of his damage, do a lot of that body work, land some of those leg kicks. And yeah, I just think even a submission here is a very likely scenario for Topuria to win. Now, again, we just talked about Jai's skills, right? That 1-2, the jab, fighting behind those setup punches and then landing those big shots, using that range, using those leg kicks to really slow down Topuria. Those are going to be such big factors of his game. And the big thing is defend the takedowns. I think that you're going to be able to do the power shots. You're going to be able to land some knees and some clinch work. Just avoid the takedowns, because I think that's where Topuria runs away with this fight. And so for me, with that said, gets the line time, I'm going Topuria minus 260. It's just, I see that submission opportunity for him, the way he fights, that Tyson MMA style. It's just, he does everything well that gets him into good places with a fighter like Jai Herbert. So the flip side, it's like Jai's the one that has to work harder to keep this fight in his range, because Topuria's just going to keep coming. So let's take a look. Topuria minus 260 is my call here. And Ilia Topuria minus 400, now as high as a minus 500. Jeez. I'm going to be honest with you. Sprinkling Jai Herbert plus 290 all the way up now to plus 375. Hometown kid, potential knockout. Why not take a chance? It's a possibility. But yeah, Topuria wrestling, Topuria body shots, Topuria down to the ground and submission is where I see this fight potentially going. So probably one of the most fun fights on the card. You don't want to miss that one. Keep it locked to SookyMMA. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.